Hey everyone! Today is Friday, April 22nd, 2016. The day that I turned 16 years old. That's right, 16 years ago today I began the journey known as life. In every Pokemon trainer's journey, they begin by getting a Pokemon, otherwise known as a starter. That Pokemon is with them through it all, through snowy mountains, through hot deserts, through great marshes. They catch other Pokemon along the way, but nothing can compare to that first Pokemon they get, the one that starts it all. If you haven't guessed already, I will be listing my top 10 favorite starter Pokemon in this video. Does Pikachu even count as a starter? It is an obtainable Pokemon that you get from the professor, so I would say it is. Anyway, Pikachu is adorable and cool. I think that my love for Pikachu comes from the anime, because the anime is what got me into the series, and since Pikachu has such a prominent role as Ash Ketchum's main partner, that's how I got attached to it. I just love its development as a character. It goes from hating Ash to becoming Ash's best friend. And let's not forget, Pikachu loves ketchup.
So that's why there's nobody out on the streets.
You must work for me. I need your strength.
First,
Pikachu might get a bit of hate from the hipsters, but I will always have that childhood attachment to Ash's starter Pokemon. Chespin is awesome. Probably the best choice to pick in the beginning of X and Y, because it gets Rollout to take on Viola's bug types, and then grass types to take on the rock types of Solage City. I just like his design and his personality in the anime. Not to mention, Chespin is just the most adorable grass type. Just look at him. Cute. For starters, pun intended, kill me please. Totodile is probably the best Johto starter Pokemon technically speaking, since it has access to water, dark, ground, ice, and fighting type moves, which covered most of all of the Johto gym leaders. Anyway, since I got into Pokemon at a later age, I never really got to experience the Johto region until Soul Silver, so my first experience with Totodile was in the anime. Ash's Totodile was literally the most adorable Pokemon he had in the Johto journeys, and the episode where Misty and Ash fought over who got to catch it was hilarious. Totodile is just so relieved and carefree. For example, in this episode that has Duplica and her Ditto, Ditto transformed and used Scary Face, and Totodile just sat there and laughed. Totodile's relaxed and laid-back nature and hilarious attitude are what makes it the best Johto starter in my opinion. Number 7 is the Blazing Chick himself, or if we go by my brother's nickname, Cal. I kid you not, he named his Torchic Cal. Anyways, on my first journey through the Hoenn region, I chose Torchic. It was the ultimate partner and best friend. Ruby was my second Pokemon game that I ever played, and I loved it. The region, the atmosphere, the cities, it was awesome, and I got to experience it with an awesome Pokemon named Torchic. In Omega Ruby, it's adorable because using a physical move, it will escape the little circle oval... Wait, what is this thing again? Whatever, that doesn't matter. Point is, it almost falls over and struggles, and I'm just like, dawg. Whenever X and Y was released, I knew which starter I had wanted. Froakie. I only knew about Frogadier at the time and not Greninja, nor did I know how insanely popular Greninja would have gotten in the future. I picked Froakie because it seemed the best out of the three for me. It stuck with me through my entire first journey of Kalos, evolving at the appropriate levels, and I had fun with it on my team. In my opinion, it is definitely the coolest looking of the Kalos starters. Froakie also has a fantastic design, just look at it. It's got glasses! That means it's a nerd ninja frog! What can get better than that? In Red and Blue, you have the option of Charmander, Bulbasaur, or Squirtle. While most people would pick Charmander or Squirtle, I always loved Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur seemed just the smartest out of the two. It is effective against the first two gyms, and it resists electric for the electric gym. It learns poison type moves to take on the grass gym, and so on and so forth. Bulbasaur seems just like the wise Pokemon. Yeah, maybe it's a little weaker than the others, but it is older and wiser than the other two. Whenever I was a kid, I had a fascination with dinosaurs, and Bulbasaur is a mini dinosaur. Hence the name ending in Soar. Soar! Soar! Wait, that's Venusaur. Anyway, Bulbasaur being a mini dinosaur is part of my love for the bulb. He may not be everyone's favorite, but at least Bulbasaur is number one in my Pokedex. I'm really proud of that one. I came up with it myself. Don't make fun of me. There is just something I like about Snivy. Whenever I found out the starters for Black and White, I instantly knew that I was going to pick Snivy. It just looks so sassy and I like that. In the anime, everyone was gushing about how adorable Ash's Oshawott was, which, don't get me wrong, they were right in doing so. But I really love the bratty Snivy that Trip had. Snivy just seems like she would be the one girl who likes to pull pranks on people and then run away. In Poke Park 2, she is exactly like that. She is the daughter of Queen Superior, making her the princess of the Arbor area. And rather than being elegant and proper, she is rambunctious and likes playing dirty. The second smuggling grass-type starter, Treecko! I promise, this is the last grass-type Pokemon on this list. Now I tried to stray away from judging a Pokemon by its evolutions, but most of the reason I like Treecko is because of leveling it up. I know that one day there will be a Sceptile in my possession, and then one day that Sceptile will Mega Evolve into a Mega Sceptile. Not to mention, Shiny Treecko is awesome, and I am currently soft resetting for one so I can start my Shiny Badge quest of Omega Ruby. Anyway, although I chose Torchic in my first run of Pokemon Ruby, I grew attached to Sanic the Treecko when Omega Ruby was released. Treecko just has that cool look. You don't want to mess with Treecko. Now I know what you are saying. Wait, he put all 3 Kalos starters on this list? Yes, I did. I think that the Kalos starters are all good in their own way. They are all well designed, and they aren't particularly bad for getting through the first portion of the game. In my opinion, Kalos has the best set of starters, but Fennekin just so happens to be my favorite of the 3. It also happens to be on my banner. Anyway, Fennekin is based off the Fennec fox, which is already one of the cutest animals in existence, so make that into a Pokemon, and you have the most adorable Pokemon ever. Aside from Fennekin's appearance, I really like how it acts in the anime. It's Serena's starter, and it just feels like that's how it should be. You really see the two characters bond together because they are truly best friends. Comparing Fennekin to Vulpix and Ninetales, I'd say that Fennekin is the better Flaming Fox. I really do love the entire Kalos bunch, but Fennekin takes the birthday cake as my favorite of the 3. Now, before we head on to my number 1 starter Pokemon, I would like to give some honorable mentions. Cyndaquil, the fire type of Johto, is so far the only starter Pokemon that evolves into a pure fire type, and I like the simplicity of it. Charmander. This can't be a top 10 starter video without Charmander. Aside from Pikachu, I'd say Charmander's final evolution, Charizard, is one of the series' icons, and for good reason. Oshawott. Oshawott is definitely the most adorable water starter ever. Get out of here, Mudkip! So, what is my number 1 favorite starter Pokemon of all time, you ask? Well, generally everyone likes the starter they first chose, the one that started it all. So I started with Pokemon Diamond, so we can pretty much narrow it down to 3. Alright, before I tell you, it's story time. When I was a young lad, I saw Ash Ketchum in the anime. I thought it was so cool to see Pokemon battle like that, and I wanted to be there. I wanted to have my own Pokemon. So I asked my parents if they could get me Pokemon for my DS, and they said, maybe. A couple days after, I got home from school, and there was a copy of Pokemon Diamond. I was so happy that I immediately threw my backpack on the ground and got my DS and started playing. When I got to Verity Lakefront, I was given the option to pick a Pokemon. I picked Piplup, just to show my little sister since she liked Piplup from the anime. Immediately after showing her the Piplup, I restarted and picked Chimchar. Chimchar is my favorite starter. It was my first ever Pokemon and it stuck with me forever. After I completed the National Pokedex in Omega Ruby, I started going for my first shiny hunt, a shiny Chimchar, and I got it at around 750 eggs. Needless to say, I was hyped. I just love the entire Chimchar line. Out of all the Pokemon I like, out of every Pokemon there is, all 722 as of April 22nd, 2016, Chimchar is the one that started it all, and that is why it's my favorite starter. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you are having a fantastic night, /day, /afternoon, /muffin. Wait, why did I say muffin? I like muffins. Maybe that's why. Wait. Muffins. Wait, I've got a video to finish. Alright guys, I'm gonna go have a birthday muffin now. Wait, who eats muffins on their birthday? I don't know. I should really end off the video. I wonder if anyone is still here. Hello people who are still here. Muffins. Muffins. Oh yeah! Don't forget to leave a like. And some muffins. Because I like muffins and it's my birthday. Alrighty guys, see you next week. Muffins.